second pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select CJ Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State.
Now, CJ Stroud is taking over the NFL by storm. He's making an average to damn near terrible team like the Houston Texans actually look good, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, CJ Stroud is indeed a rookie. CJ Stroud, for some reason, looks like a poised veteran in the pocket. And just watching this guy, it seems as though he requires no time to adapt to the league. He seems as though he was built to throw footballs in the NFL. He was built to get touchdowns on the board. He was built to take his team to championships. CJ Stroud is just built like that. While we've seen other rookies, right? Even the first overall pick, Bryce Young, struggled just to get wins in the league. CJ Stroud is getting wins every week in, week out. He's breaking records week in, week out. So what makes CJ so special, guys? Why is he so good in the NFL? The transition from college to NFL football is so seamless for him. Why is that? Well, today's video, guys, we're going to answer all those questions and more. But before we get into all that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, if you're new to Ride Media, and you love football, you love everything about the game, and you like learning about these players, consider sticking around for the rest of the video and subscribing to the channel. We appreciate all the support y'all been giving. So with that being said, right, let's get right back on talk with CJ.
My real name is Coleridge, so C-L-E-R-I-D-G-E. And then my middle name is Bernard. My last name is Stroud.
Now, it would be a disservice to talk about CJ Stroud without looking back into his childhood and the journey he's been on since he was a kid. This man has been through the worst. He's been through some of the hardest situations any kid should ever have to go through. And as someone who's been through a situation similar to CJ Stroud, growing up without a lot of financial stability, I really do relate to this player. CJ Stroud, growing up, right, he grew up in the church. And at the age of 13, he actually lost his father because his father went to jail because of substance abuse and other things that he was involved with. His dad was always supportive of him, was always encouraging him to become good and become great at whatever sport he was playing. CJ really relied on his father for that motivation and that encouragement. But after he lost his father, right, this could be a test for anyone. But here's what CJ did. Here's what makes him different. He used that adversity to improve himself, to better himself, to prove, to show his dad that he can do it. And this is exactly what he did. He became motivated. He became to work on his craft. He became to get better at football. And during his sophomore year of high school, that's when he really started to take football seriously. And it all came natural to this kid. That's why I mentioned he wasn't a football guy his whole life. He was also into basketball and other sports. He was an athlete. And then as soon as he started to take football seriously, it just came to him naturally, guys. This is a natural talent. This is, you can't really coach a CJ Stroud. And this is why I think CJ is so special, guys. He trusts his instincts. He has so much confidence in his abilities because he's played sports his entire life. He's played a multitude of other sports. It's not just football, guys. He is an athlete, and that's really what makes him different. Now, CJ really started to stamp his authority on football in college at Ohio State, guys. He was a backup to Justin Fields, and right after Fields got drafted, CJ took over. He took over the Ohio State team, and yeah, there was some disappointments in big matches, but CJ Stroud really proved his talent.
Moving forward, cruising on my border, still got more, burning to a short, and I'll be flowing.
Stroud in some trouble, able to escape, and able to find Chris Olave, able to stay on his...
It's all great to see how good CJ Stroud was in college, but nothing really prepared us for how good this man would be in the NFL, guys. And it's actually crazy. This man, it seems like he's breaking a record every week. He's beating great teams with great quarterbacks. He beat the Jaguars in their first meeting, and they're actually meeting today, the day I'm making the video. So CJ has just been crazy overall, guys. And what is very interesting is this guy coming into the NFL Combine, he was actually criticized very heavily based on his testing in the S2 test, where quarterbacks take to prove their competency for like fucking brain shit. So when we look at CJ Stroud's score, guys, it was actually embarrassing. CJ Stroud scored an 18% in the quarterback test in the S2 to prove your quarterback brain capacity. CJ Stroud is a dumbass. Guys, this is why he's one of the most relatable quarterbacks, right? You see Bryce Young here with the outstanding 98, and people were clowning CJ Stroud for the 18%. But you can say all that. This man wants to learn. He might be dumb when it comes to the books, but he wants to learn. And look at the question he asked Tom Brady right here, which really exemplifies what CJ wants to do and how he wants to carry himself within the league.
Your mentality, like, how did you stay on the straight and narrow? Even like, you have people reaching out and family and like just the world around you seems like it's spinning, and you're just trying to stay focused and stay on the straight and narrow.
I think the important thing I really want you to realize, this is now your job. Everyone, when they come to the game, it's a vacation. It's fun for them. Oh my God, we're here to watch, CJ play. For you, you don't bust in on your friends at their job. And, when they're trying to be really focused and do what they need to do. Hey, can I interrupt you? Hey, I know there's a really busy time for you, but let's go do something fun. Or, you don't need to be the source of people's entertainment.
And that's exactly what Tom Brady's telling him, because within your career as an NFL quarterback, you're going to have a lot of setbacks. You're going to have a lot of people expecting a lot of you, and a lot of people are going to criticize you for everything you do, basically. So that was really good advice, because it really did prepare him for his next challenge, right? When he went against the Arizona Cardinals, we saw a very different side of CJ Stroud. We saw him throw 3 picks, right? But what is very important is, even after that 3 picks, CJ Stroud was able to keep his head up, guys. And there's nothing more important than that. And we're about to see this in a second.
I mean, I thought we threw the ball really well. I don't look at 3 plays and be like, dang, I had a bad game. Like, of course, I can't turn the ball that much. Threw for 300 yards again and 2 touchdowns. Like, I don't think I played terrible, but of course you can't turn the ball over. But the defense definitely held us up when we needed them to, and just a great game to learn from.
So it's always good to hear what a quarterback has to say after they lose a game or after they play terrible, because you really get to understand the mindset of a player. And this is why it's very important, right? Because CJ Stroud, after playing a game like that against the Arizona Cardinals, right, where he threw those 3 picks, he is still confident within his abilities, guys. He still knows that he is the guy. He has a dog in him, as I always say on this channel. This is why, guys, the reason why CJ Stroud, to answer the question of this video, the reason why CJ Stroud is so good in the NFL and why he doesn't need a lot of time to adapt is because of his mindset, because he believes in himself so much to a weird level that nothing seems to face him. He's ready for any challenge. And that's why I've seen from this guy over his past, 8 to 10 games in the NFL, he has been so good at just being poised and keeping his mind on the task and doing what he got to do to help his team win. But again, y'all, that is just me. That is just what I think about the situation. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts on this situation? Why do you think CJ Stroud is so good in the NFL and everybody else is struggling? Why is he so special? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and let me know down your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But with all that being said, we love you guys. Peace out. Mwah.